it my fault? Is it my fault? Is it my fault I can't keep these thoughts at rest? Is it my fault if I can't calm myself down? They won't let me take a breath. Is it my fault? This is the first day of my life.
We're so grateful that all of you are here today to celebrate the union of Collin and Nandini. I'm Arjun, and I'm honored that Collin and Nandini asked me to be the officiant for the Western ceremony today. For those of you wondering about my credentials, I'm a Brahmin, and I wear my punal on occasion.
There is nothing that can prepare you for a day like this, like all the emotions that are going through my head right now, emotions of love and joy and pride. But the emotion that I think that overshadows everything else is an emotion of gratitude. All right.
Put it out there, put it out there, love. Put it out there, put it out. Remember who you.
As Collin's younger sister, growing up, I always admired him quite a bit. And Collin kind of established himself early on as like the family genius. Collin kind of ended up being the arbiter of a lot of arguments when we were growing up, just because it was like, oh yeah, Collin will know this.
Well, one thing that never changes about Collin every time I do see him is how good of a person he is and how much I can see that he cares about my sister. What more can you really ask for in a man, right? And he's smart as hell too, like the rest of his siblings said. So he's gonna be rich, so everything's fine, we're all good, right?
Put it out there, put it out there, love. Put it out there, put it out.
So I don't know whether I'm praising Nandini or not, but Nandini is really kind-hearted, sensible. The way she took care of her brother, because there is a 10 years gap, and Rishabh actually obeys Nandini much more than he listens to us. Nandini, whatever Nandini says, Rishabh will just follow.
Nandini she came to Christmas with us, and we played this one night game where you honestly have to lie and pretend that like you're on one team or the other. And Collin and Nandini's team lied perfectly. It was frustrating, to say the least.
पीड़ा नू मैं सीने लावां ते मैं हसदी जावां हो पीड़ा नू मैं सीने लावां ते मैं हसदी जावां धुप्पां दे नाल लड़ लड़ के
So I want to tell you tonight why Rebecca and I would think that Nandini and Collin are going to be real leaders of this generation. I remember Collin as a smart kid who grew up in Alaska and took all the AP courses, got 5s probably in all of them, and also played a lot of sports successfully.
मैं दीवानी कुछ ना जाना मस्त होके गावा दुनिया राजी कर
Coming from India, we believe that marriage is a relationship between families, not only between the husband and wife, but it's a relationship with the families. And I'm so proud to have Collin and his family, join our family.
It's really amazing that we're all here today, and how I got here. It's a long story. I mean, if I would go back, everyone here has done a lot of traveling.
They've also been through tough times together. They've lived a lot of life, faced adversity individually with their families and with each other, and they've persisted through that, and they're stronger than ever because of it.
If you had told me in our first conversation that we'd one day get married, I'd say no way. You don't go marrying the first boy you talk to. And here I am, marrying the first boy I talk to.
I was thinking about this day, obviously, like 7 years ago, and it just kind of kept going by. And, one of the biggest mistakes I feel like I always made was not making this day happen sooner.
Look beautiful.
Thank you.
Love the dress.
They ended up staying with me over New Year's Eve, and we went and we had this nice bonfire on the beach, and it was this really beautiful, clear night. You could see all the stars, all the constellations, and Nandini, looking up at the sky, was like, oh, is that the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper? And Collin goes, the Big Dipper. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So he wanted to go to college, and he wanted to go to a place where he could also keep up with his sports, but wanted to go to the best school. And he ended up, of course, at Caltech. And I'm saying to myself, well, Caltech is one of the greatest universities for research in the world, but sports,
I think some of the things I really love, especially on your end, is your sense of fairness, especially with your friends and how you deal with others. Your independent streak, your sense of adventure, how much you try to pack everything into a vacation that is humanly possible.
If you had told me soon after graduation that we'd one day get married, I would have said how. Our friends seem to be, hitting all their relationship milestones so much faster than us, and we were living further and further away from each other. And I just wanted it to happen, but I just couldn't see as far into the future.
Just a minute in the moonlight, thought I saw you. Carolina? When it happened for the first time.
When you are a baby or a kid, you ask, who do you love the most? Nandini will never say that mom or dad or grandma. She tells dad, mom, grandma, grandpa. So she will include everybody. We could never get from her who she likes the most.
And for the rest of the evening, she referred to it as the unclassified dipper. And now, every time I look up in the sky, I think of the unclassified Dipper story, so.
I'm not really a romantic. I don't believe really in soulmates. I don't think people are just merely fated for each other, but they create the love.
But that sort of like kind of adventure and aggressiveness is kind of needed, especially because a lot of times on a vacation I would probably just sit on the beach and just sleep. So you push me to be more adventurous. You push me to be more exciting. You push me to do different things. And I just love that part about you.
First of all, I vow to be faithful to the Packers, to the Diamondbacks, and to the Rockets.
Yeah.
And whatever team, helps them get ahead.
Youngest brother. Ever since I was young, I shared a bedroom with my brother Collin, so we've been very close for a long time. We shared a bedroom. And one thing about Collin, if you don't know him, he's a kind of a hoarder or a collector of types.
The moral of the story, what I'm trying to get at is, I killed him in fishing when no one was paying attention to anything. When we came back to civilization, Collin was like, let's play chess again. And then I got absolutely destroyed in front of all of my friends. Yeah, man, that hurt.
This weekend, I was previously the de facto favorite sister, but I'm worried maybe that might change, but...
So he was still interested in playing basketball when he got there, and I know his coach wrote a letter, which was a scouting report. And
I believe, mothers should not praise their kids that much. Maybe it spoils them. So Nandini, at least for a day, you enjoy. But you can take it either way.
I love you. I will always love you. I'll always be there for you. And favorite story. I don't know. She used to dress me up as a girl when I was like 4 years old.
Because I kind of just want to go down there and meet some women, maybe, Collin, what are you talking about? It's in Southern California. That's where they invented women. And that's all I got.
let's see, the scouting report, he said he was a wild-haired blonde kid who was terrific, but not a very skilled basketball player. And he also added, with quotation marks, he was an exceptionally dirty player.
to mention just a couple of things about Nandini that, really I feel that stands out as a human being. She's a deeply caring person, and she's a very decent person. And even in the most, sort of difficult moments, she does not lose the human touch.
I always really appreciated how Nandini, because she's, Colin's intellectual superior and all, she could really stand up to him and...
It really impressed me how Collin is deeply attached to his family and how he loves his family and how close he is to his family and how deeply he really cares for his family. And that really touched me.
I vow to keep the cashew cabinet well stocked and pick up the funkiest cheeses I can find.
So I guess on my I've known you for 14 years, so we've been also engaged for 14 months. So to say we rushed into this, would probably not be appropriate.
You're someone that you're okay with everything. You never complain. You always put my comfort, my happiness, and you don't always prioritize that for yourself. So that's something I really want to bring into our relationship, that you deserve that last burst of coziness, that last little bit to make you feel better, even when I know you can tough it out, but you deserve that.
You're so kind. You're one of the most, you have one of the best demeanors of any person I've ever met in my entire life. And as we go to the vows, I guess I'll say, I vow to always listen to you through the good and the bad. When it's happy news, when it's sad news, even if it's just boring news, I'll listen to it all.
I vow to be kind, to be gentle, and to be, pretty agreeable. I think
I vow to put you forward, put faith in you, and keep supporting you in everything that you do.
And finally, I vow to be present. I know sometimes I get swept away with the worries and dreams for tomorrow, as well as the nostalgia and scrutiny of the past. But you're here right now, right in this moment. And that's where I want to be, right by your side, forever.
And most of all, I just vow to always be patient and to be, and to love you, for the rest of our days. And yeah, I love you.
With the power vested in me by absolutely no one, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Let me get out of the shot. You may kiss.
I've been walking through the valley of the shadows. I let them tell me who I was. I've been talking myself up onto the gallows.
The first thing which I think about Collin is that Collin is very likable. My cousins, my brothers, they used to ask me, when will Collin come next?
So they're now blending a wonderful Indian-American family, and I would like to raise a toast to them also.
Love is better than life. Your love is better than life. But I turn it back now, it's double so amazed how your love is better than life. I know the truth and now I'm in a new.
Yeah, and I think the girls who got invented, you couldn't have invented a better woman, Nandini.
And I'm excited for you to become my new sister, so maybe Brie actually tries a little harder to become the favorite sister instead of coasting in, so...
Now it's double so amazed how your love is better than life.
Seriously, I'm so glad to have another sister in the family. So happy for you too.
My blessings and love to the newlywed couple. I hope they will have a great married life together. Thanks.
So, I guess, congratulations.
I'm so glad to be part of the Unleash G's family, and Collin, I'm just congratulate you and Nandini. I wish you all the best.
But I do love you a lot. I'll always be there for you, like I said, and I'm so proud of the person that you become. Glad that you guys are in love and you guys can share the rest of your life together.
To the bride and groom, raise your glasses. Cheers.
Your love